Here we are at Green River at Ride Rock Creek. This is, as you can see, their green trail, and it is very green, but it does have enough steepness that a newer rider can really develop a lot of skill, I think, on a trail like this, because the berms do get pretty big. You can get quite a bit of speed if you let go on the brakes, and there's enough elevation and speed that you can really go from basically walking your bike down the hill to really going very fast if you have a mind to do it. So it's a great place for newer riders to kind of get their wheels under them, so to speak. So this first bit is relatively flat, just kind of winds around. I've really not pedaled once yet, and I've used quite a bit of brake. So this is all trail speed at this point. And actually the trail speed would be even faster. And so there are a couple corners like that where you have to be careful, because if you get going too fast, there isn't really a berm to hold you. But the further you get down, it will get steeper. You get bigger berms, bigger elevation changes. So it does kind of progress you naturally as you go down toward the bottom. And really, this is one of those trails that if you're an intermediate rider and you like going fast, you could really have a great time on this, because you can just get flying through some of these sections. But it is a trail that I've seen people, in fact just today I saw a guy riding it for the first time, decent rider, but he came around a corner, saw a berm, thought, well, looks like a nice big berm, and it just wasn't quite as gentle as he thought, and he topsided it and ended up kind of tomahawking down the back side of it. He had a soft landing, got right back up, but just keep that in mind. If you're an intermediate rider and you're confident and you come out here and think, I'm just gonna blast this thing, I'd suggest being a little careful the first time, because you can get a lot more speed than some of these corners will handle, and it's pretty easy to do. As far as the steepness goes on this trail, I think this berm is about the steepest berm and about the steepest elevation change, kind of combined into one. So there are some spots that are about this steep, maybe even a little bit steeper, that are just straight, rollers. And then there are a couple berms that are about this big with this much elevation change. And they're really not crazy, but for a newer rider looking at something like this for the first time, it would probably make them a little bit nervous, and probably cause them to grab a whole bunch of brake, just go as slow as they can around that corner, or maybe even just walk a couple bits of it. But for an intermediate rider, you won't find any of these berms or downhill bits the least bit threatening. Very, very easy to roll, just got to mind your speed. And there it is.